I'm sorry, but there is no universe that you are asking. There is no God that you are asking when it comes to manifesting what you want into your reality. There is no external reality. I would even go as far to say that your external reality is just your past. Everything you see in your external reality is a reflection of your past thoughts, emotions, and actions. And what we have to realize is that we are what we call God. We are what we call the universe. Everything right now surrounds you. You are the center of the universe. If you look out of your eyes and your own body, you're the center of the universe. Everything surrounds you. And I like to tell people to go back to university. University, you are the universe expressing itself in human form. Another way to say that is you are energy, and an animal is a different kind of energy and it's expressing itself as an animal, and the camera that I'm recording on is another expression of what we call this infinite intelligence, God, or the universe. And so we are just energy expressing itself in human form. We are God expressing itself in human form. So there's no universe that we are asking. There's no requests. There's no ordering with the universe. I don't even believe in ask, believe, receive. As soon as you ask for what you want, you are edging God out. You are stepping into the ego mind. EGO, edging God out. And we have to begin to remind ourselves that we are one with what we call God. It's all one in the same. Now, in saying that, you don't want to do anything without God. Let me explain. So most of us, what we're doing is we're edging God out. We're focused on the external reality. We're focused on manifesting or bringing something into our lives. We are disempowering ourselves in a way. And so when I say do nothing without God or do nothing without the universe, what I'm saying is that you need to realize that when you are manifesting, that you are a part of what you are manifesting. And so it's not a big deal. It should be totally normal and natural for you to have that perfect life partner. It should be natural and normal for you to have that house that you want, the home that you want, the spirituality that you want, the connectedness that you want, the inner peace that you want, the happiness that you want, the fulfillment that you want. You should be able to feel that right now and know that you're not asking or requesting for it, and it just is. And so when you know that your imagination is that of God, when you know that you are a part of this all-providing nature, when you know that you are the substance of the universe, that you are a part of this thing that we call universal energy, then you don't need to worry. There is no worries. So I came across this really powerful Neville Goddard quote that aligns with this particular teaching. And I've been talking about this for a long time now. Even on my previous channel, I spoke about not doing anything without God and connecting with source, connecting in with a higher power and using your spirit guides and really realizing that you're a part of this all-providing nature. But Neville Goddard has a really, really powerful way of saying it that I want to share with you. So it goes, when you know what you want, you do not ask God as though he were another. You ask your individual self to bring about your desire, for you are he. And God, your own wonderful human imagination, will respond when you will not take no for an answer, as your denial is spoken from within and there is no other. It is within your own being that you persist in assuming you have received what you want. So let me break this down a little bit for you, okay? So the first sentence is, when you know what you want, you do not ask God as though he were another. Okay, so whatever God is for you, universe, the cosmos, the infinite intelligence, the universe, whatever it is for you, there is no other, right? There is no external reality. There is no thing that you're asking. You are a part of this function. You're a vibrational frequency. You're like, if you imagine yourself as a particle, all right? And this particle is resonating at a specific frequency. Now, the life that you want, the dream life that you want, the business that you want, the success that you want has a particular frequency or multiple frequencies to it. And all you're doing is attuning your vibrational frequency within the spectrum of the universe to match and align with what you want. So you can see it and experience it through the 5 senses, or we can say the 9 senses, because we've got clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, claircognizant. So what we're doing essentially is assuming the identity and the vibrational frequency which matches up with source, with what you are wanting. So he goes on to say, you ask your individual self to bring about your desire, right? You ask your individual self. Now, I would say that we're not necessarily individuals. This is what it looks like in our reality, that we're individuals, but we are all one. You and I are exactly the same. And so what I realize is that my consciousness is the same as your consciousness. You and I are just expressing itself in different ways. You and I are just expressing itself in different vibrational frequencies. That is all that is happening. There is no separation, it just is. We have hot, cold, right? And the is of hot and cold is temperature, right? The middle of hot and cold, what we call hot and cold is temperature. We got up and down. The middle of that is direction, right? That's the is of direction. We have to understand that we need to get back into our isness and make isness our business. When you make isness your business, now you're functioning through God, now you're functioning through source, now you're functioning through a higher power. And make sure and understand that this higher power thing is just you stepping outside of your ego. You're stepping outside of your ego and you're realizing that you're a part of this function called God. You're a part of this all-providing nature. Well, some people will say it's blasphemy to say that I'm God. But the truth is, everything is energy. So if God is energy and I am energy, that means we're one and the same. And so it's not blasphemy. He then goes on to say, and God, your own wonderful human imagination, will respond when you will not take no for an answer. So what he's saying here is kind of what I was saying in the previous video. I made a video about the law of attraction being guaranteed. What you're wanting to manifest is guaranteed. I'll link it at the end of this video in the end screen so you can click on it and watch that particular video. Everything that you want to create in your life is guaranteed as long as you make it guaranteed in your mind. People like the Colonel from Kentucky Fried Chicken, he had to go over and over and over again to different companies and restaurants, and he was trying to sell his recipe. He was telling them this is the best recipe ever. And then eventually, I think he was in his 60s or something, he eventually got the deal, and as we know it today, we have what we call KFC, which is actually owned now by PepsiCo, which is basically Pepsi. He had a persistent assumption. He believed in his imagination more than he believed in his external reality. He knew that the no's that he was getting from life was a concoction of his old thoughts, beliefs and actions. He knew that his identity, his mind, his imagination, or the things that he was thinking was true and real for him, and he was just waiting for when it showed up for him. You're sort of confused with your external reality based on what you think in here. What you think in here is significantly more powerful than what's out there, so there's no need to let go or wait for what you want or be hopey or wishful thinking. So he goes on to say, it is within your own being that you persist in assuming you have received what you want. Just to add to other Neville Goddard teachings, he speaks about living in the end and being in that now. So you want to live your life out literally as if you have that amount of money, that amount of success, the business that you want. You have to assume the character. You have to be the character, which facilitates bringing that into your reality, whatever it is that you want. But again, just to reiterate, you're doing it as knowing you are a part of this all-providing nature called God. That is all within you here and now. Now, Neville is not the only person that speaks about manifesting in this way. We got John Randolph Price that speaks about it in this way. And this is a really powerful book called The Abundance Book. And one of the paragraphs is, I keep my mind and thoughts off this world. Off this world. I keep my mind and thoughts off this world. I place my entire focus on God within as my only cause of prosperity. I acknowledge the inner presence as my only activity in my financial affairs. As the substance is all things visible, I place my faith in the principle of abundance in the action within me. So basically what he's saying in that one paragraph is that the all-providing source is within you. There's nothing external. And when we realize that it's all about attuning ourselves to the frequency that we want, then it will radically shift our lives. I've been lucky enough to use principles just like this to radically transform my life. I've been able to create a 6-figure income in previous businesses that I had. I've been able to travel all over the world and live a life of fulfillment and joy and happiness and a lot of joy. And I want you to experience the same too. And right now we're helping spiritual badasses, conscious people, spiritual entrepreneurs, people who are healers, coaches, practitioners, to help them take their businesses and their lives to the next level. So if you're someone that wants to manifest their dream life and you want to become our next success story, head on over to neutralityshifting.com to get a free consultation so we can assist in helping you take your life and your business to the next level. And make sure you watch this video here on how to manifest guaranteed. This is a very powerful video that goes along with this current video here. And keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.